So, what if I told you that there's a hidden reality, just humming right beneath the surface of our own, a world of unseen energy and, well, power? Today, we're going to explore a pretty fascinating idea from our source material, that you have a crucial and maybe forgotten role to play in it. So let's just start with a huge question. What if you had latent abilities, genuine superpowers, that you've just never learned how to use? The whole idea we're digging into today is that these aren't just fantasy. They are a fundamental, though maybe forgotten, part of being human. And this quote right here, it gets to the absolute heart of the material we're looking at. The idea is that deep down in our unconscious, we all have access to these incredible abilities, powers that can seemingly bend the very rules of time and space. But, as you might expect, there's a catch.
Yeah, these aren't gifts you just get handed on a silver platter. They have to be earned, mastered. It takes effort, discipline, and a whole lot of understanding. It's a journey, really, a challenge, a quest for mastery. Okay, so that brings us to the big question, right? What are these abilities? Let's switch gears from the why to the what and really explore the nature of these hidden mystic superpowers.
Our source defines these as abilities that work with unseen energy. But here's the really critical part. This power doesn't just come from wanting it really bad. Nope. It's presented as a byproduct of mastering virtues. Things like wisdom, courage, compassion. In this view, your character. That is the key that unlocks your potential.
The source material uses this really powerful analogy to illustrate what these powers are like. A sledgehammer. Think about it. A sledgehammer isn't good or evil. It's just a tool, right? In the hands of a builder, it creates something. In the hands of a vandal, it just destroys. The power is neutral. The outcome depends entirely on the intent of the person wielding it.
Now this is where the stakes get incredibly high. According to the material, every thought, every feeling, every single action you take, it isn't just a fleeting event. You are actively, right now, constantly building your reality in 3 distinct planes, all at the same time.
So first up, you've got the etheric plane. The best way to think of this is like a cosmic savings account. Every virtuous action, every compassionate thought, that's a deposit. You are literally building a high-frequency, heavenly reality for yourself, a place the source calls a city of light.
And then, on the flip side, there's the astral plane. This is basically your karmic debt. Every negative thought, every selfish action, or harmful feeling, it all adds up here. You're essentially building a low-frequency, chaotic world, and guess what? You're responsible for it.
The contrast here just couldn't be more stark. Are you building a paradise or a garbage dump? The source is super clear that these aren't just abstract ideas, they are the literal afterlife environments you are creating for yourself right this second with every single choice you make.
So, if you're building these worlds, how do you learn to, build them well? The source frames our entire life as a kind of training ground it calls soul school.
So life is presented as this laboratory where you're just experimenting with directing all this energy. The challenge, though? You can't see the results in these unseen worlds with your physical eyes. You have to develop your mystic senses. Think of that gut feeling, that little flash of intuition, or that super clear inner vision. According to the source, these aren't random. They're the feedback tools for your experiments. Without them, you're just flying blind.
And the cool thing is, you're not alone in this school. The source talks about graduated masters. Just think of them as former students who completely aced all their exams. They act as your tutors from the etheric plane, but their help isn't automatic. You have to prove you're a serious student. You have to earn their sponsorship through your own hard work. Of course, no school is without its challenges, right? And no quest is without its dangers. The path to mastery is filled with pitfalls, and the source highlights 2 major ones we need to be aware of. The first big danger lies in what you're actually chasing. And this question, it gets right to the heart of it. Are you after that quick hit, temporary buzz of happiness? Or are you looking for something deeper, something more sustainable? The source describes what a lot of us call happiness as chemical happiness. It's just a series of little neurochemical spurts, dopamine, serotonin, and all that. And yeah, they feel great, but they're designed to be temporary. The spike always leads to a dip, which just leaves you wanting another hit. It's a roller coaster you can literally never get off.
The alternative, on the other hand, is what the source calls mystic feelings.
Now, this isn't a spike and a crash. It's a constant, sustainable flow of peace and joy and harmony that comes from connecting with spirit energy. It's a steady state of being, not some fleeting emotional high.
All right, danger number 2 is the allure of the astral plane itself. The source material warns that while it might look like a fun, no-rules fantasy land, sort of an amusement park for the soul, it's actually a trap. And it's one with a very hidden and very high cost.
And here's why it's so dangerous. It's a chaotic realm of pure illusion. You can run into false guides who promise you power, but really just lead you astray. Even worse, you can get lost there for what feels like an eternity, or even bring back these parasitic entities that just feed on your energy. So the bottom line is, stay away. So, after exploring the powers and the worlds you're building and the school and all the dangers, we finally arrive at the central point. It all comes down to a choice. This is your path to mastery.
This quote from one of the characters in the source material, wow, it just sums the whole thing up perfectly. The journey is a curriculum. You keep repeating the lessons until you master them. And the smartest way forward? It's to learn from those who've already graduated.
Ultimately, this is the main message. There's really no escaping it. You are the architect of your own cosmic reality. The energy you project, whether it's positive or negative, it's yours, and it's building your future.
And that leaves us with one final, really powerful question to think about. Based on your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, today, what world are you creating?